Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
We got those new adult Happy Meals.
Oh, you did?
The toys were weird.
They look weird. They have like 4 eyes.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like an artsy thing or I didn't do a lot of research about why it's about a flea market, but
I saw TikToks and I just saw the things and I was like, those are weird looking. Like,
yeah, very weird. So it was.
What do they expect you to do with them too? Like once you have them,
I'm not sure. Like put them on display,
collector's item now, or what?
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing that's so weird because it's like you look back at like the real like retro McDonald's toys and like it's not like those go for that much,
right?
So yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. I think it's the novelty. Like the BTS meal. Sadie loved the BTS meal because it was BTS, and I'm like, it's just chicken nuggets. Like it's literally chicken nuggets, and you can't even eat 10.
Brody liked Megan the Stallion, that meal. No.
Maybe. Oh wait, yeah, I think she had good sauce. I liked her sauce.
Yes,
I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was pretty tasty.
Yes,
actually, it was just sweet and sour sauce. It just had a different label on it. That's what it was.
Oh,
because I was excited to try it. And I was like, well, no wonder I like it. It's sweet and sour. You can't mess that up. Anyway,
we should intro.
Yeah, we should definitely intro. Oh gosh,
I love it. I was gonna say, I do have a whole shelf of Funko Pops and Star Wars characters up here, so maybe that's what you do with your McDonald's Happy Meal items.
I have so many Funko Pops and no place to put them. Like, no place to put them. So downstairs, we're going to build like this big shelf around the room, and I'm going to put all my Funko Pops there because the kids aren't using it downstairs. So Kevin and I are going to make it our own. Like,
you should.
So
it should be the Nikki and Kevin cave.
There you go. I just hate being down there, to be honest.
Really?
Because it's too dark.
Oh.
It's just, I don't know.
Well, I don't go down to my basement ever. Like I do not. And we have a nice finished basement. And I don't go down there because it's too dark. And also I feel like it's a little bit spooky.
Oh, really?
This is a weird side story, but my husband and I were on House Hunters, and
really,
I've been on House Hunters twice, which I haven't done TikToks about yet. But his whole thing with his episode or with our episode was that he needed a hobbit hole, and so our whole basement is like all of our nerd crap and Lord of the Rings stuff and Game of Thrones stuff. So it's dark and it has like one tiny little window, but it has all this like, silly, goofy stuff. So
that's really cool. I had no idea you were on House Hunters.
Yes. Message us the episode so that we can watch it.
To, yeah.
I love that. All right. We should intro.
Okay, let's intro.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And Ashley.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey,
Hey, welcome to the block party.
we ain't leaving out nobody. Nope.
I'm so excited to be
Yay.
here.
We are so excited to have you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a long time. We've been trying to like connect.
am so you all, you know, I was joking with someone today that like 2020 was over, right? And like we're all getting back to normal life. And I'm like, this has been the most abnormal year of my life, despite all the things that were supposed to be normal. It's like, this has
Seriously.
been a crazy year.
It's so weird coming back to everything. I think like we were like sheltered for so long, and now it's like,
Mhm.
oh, I have football games to go to now. I have field hockey games to go to now. I have field hockey. I have team dinners to go to now. Like it's where all of this stuff wasn't a thing before.
Uh-huh.
Right. Because I think when you have kids that are a certain age, and like obviously those kids grew up
Mm-hmm.
over the last couple years, and you know how things change so quickly
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, like I didn't have weekend tournaments out of town,
Right.
even though she's only 10. But like we didn't do
Still.
that before.
Right.
And now we are.
We just had homecoming at my son's high school, and my husband and I realized like he's almost 15. He's never been to a dance.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, same with my son. He had never been, but he ended up
Yeah.
not going at the last minute. And I'm like,
Mine didn't either. Oh, do we have the same kid?
yes, are they like are destined to be best friends, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Right. No, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
which is like, how do you
Right. And did you not? I had no idea what they were going to wear, like what guys wore to the dance. Because I'll tell you what, I had
Exactly.
no idea what girls wore. And I got Bryn this like really cute dress, like this really like it was like just like a cute little dress. And like all of her friends had like bodycon dresses. And so
Yep.
she was like, Mom, never again. I'm getting heels and I'm getting one of those dresses. And I'm like, okay. And so this time but hers was like a velvet. It looked like straight out of 1998.
It did. And it was
like her.
amazing.
Yes, I loved that dress. It was like blue velvet and she had black heels and it looked fantastic. So, but for guys, I'm like, Brody, do you know what you're going to wear? No. I'm like, well, you understand you can't wear sport shorts and a t-shirt, right? He's like, oh,
Yeah. I honestly almost pulled out, actually it's right over here. So I have like multiple things just to remind me of stuff as we're talking. And I have a book of my best friends made me when I graduated from high school in 2001. And everything I'm wearing, put it on a 15-year-old now.
Yep.
Same stuff.
Exact same. Bryn just got this jumper at Walmart, of all places. Like Walmart, don't sleep on Walmart lately.
Oh,
Because seriously,
agreed.
it is a like maroon corduroy like overall dress, right? Jumper. I had one almost identical to it from American Eagle. And we saw this and I'm like, Brent, you have to get this. And she's like, I love it. I'm like, you just have to get it. We have to get this because I had this dress. It has
Oh my
buttons
gosh.
down the front. Like, Brooke, you know which dress I'm talking about
Yes.
that I had. I
Yes.
loved that
Exact
dress.
dress.
So
I'm
yeah.
gonna grab this.
I mean, do you remember my green corduroy jumper dress?
Absolutely. I wore it with that
Oh
cream
my
shirt.
gosh. Yes. I
Yeah.
loved
The
that
cream
dress so
ribbed
much.
shirt.
Yep. From the Gap.
Yep. So
Oh.
Bryn has like 5 of those shirts, the ribbed ones.
Oh, it's the best. I
It's
just
so
love it so
cool.
much.
It's so cool.
I just love it so much.
I'm trying to look through these pictures, but they might be too blurry to show. Anyway, yeah, it's everything I ever wore from high school is like popular, which is
And
fun.
you can definitely send us pictures
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and we can put them on our website
Yes, absolutely.
if you want us to.
Because you guys listening, you love to go on the website and look at our pictures. So we'll make sure we put them
I
on there.
recently went through all of my high school stuff and was just like, this is insane. Like half the crap that we wore, just, I mean, like a little V-neck sweater vest kind of thing with like wide
Yes.
leg pants
Mhm.
and a puka shell necklace. And I'll drop my son off at school and I'm just like, I owned that outfit.
Yes.
I had that outfit. The only thing we didn't do was the white socks with the like white shoes.
Yeah, no. Like the Air Force Ones, like
Uh-huh.
yeah, like that is you look down and all the girls are wearing white Air Force Ones.
Yes,
Like-
mine included. And she's in 5th grade.
Bryn
Oh,
wants to be
God.
different, so
That's
she has
adorable.
plans.
That's good though. Different
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah. I'm like, you
Mine
don't want a pair of
wants
Air Force Ones?
Air
Like,
Force Ones.
they make cool ones. She's like, no, thank you. I'll stick with my Doc Martens. I'm like,
I
Okay.
love
But
that.
again, who didn't own those? I have a pair of shoes from Walmart. Like you said, don't sleep on Walmart. I
right.
get so many compliments on these slides, and they're like leather with buckles, and they look like Docs from when we were kids. And I have so many people compliment me on them, and I'm like, these were $14 from Walmart.
Like, seriously, their
cool.
stuff is
Ah.
so cool. I mean, you still get the like Garfield t-shirts every once in a while, like, you know, sleep shirts. Like you get a like I was like, yeah, they had all these clearance nightgowns, and I was like, huh, I wonder who wears those. Like, you
They're
know,
probably really comfortable.
I you know what? Probably.
I bet they are. I mean, I'd probably wear them to sleep. Yeah.
I might. I mean, no, I can't.
There's a thought for the cruise. If you get tired on the Lido deck, just throw on your
we'll get
nightgown.
some clearance granny
Moo-moos.
Yeah.
night dresses.
I see the
Gonna put on my
TikToks
night
of the
dress.
ladies in the moo-moos.
Mhm.
God, I might have to do it now. I
Yeah.
have to go buy a moo.
And I just saw one the other day, and she's like, you just let it all free. It all just hangs free underneath there. Nobody sees anything. It was just comfortable. It airs everything out.
Oh, hey,
I mean, come on.
sounds like a plan.
After a hot, sweaty night on the Lido deck,
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
just to
saying.
let it all air out.
For
Get
real.
up on
so.
deck 10 and just let the breeze take care of business.
Oh my gosh, don't
Brooke
do
did
that.
that. Brooke did that.
I did that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Her dress went over her head.
It just went whoop, right up. It was just like a simple like t-shirt dress, and it just went bloop. I don't think anybody saw. If
and
they did, I apologize.
Memories made.
I
Right.
apologize.
Memories made.
Exactly.
I'm probably in the background of somebody's picture or video somewhere. That'd be
And
horrifying.
now that you just said this, now that you just said this, someone's going to listen to this episode and yep.
Be
What
like,
year was
"Oh
it
my
though?
God.
Do you want to say what year it was?
It was the only year we've been.
We've only
2018.
been on one. So 2018.
I
Us
won't say
too.
what night it was. I will not say what night it was.
Oh, you have to, because I want to like I need a visual. Not like a complete visual.
No,
but,
you.
like, what
I
night?
mean, Nikki, you would know what night it was. What's the only night I wore a dress?
Oh, the first night.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Love Eternal Night. No, what was it called that year?
I don't remember.
Oh, Valentine
looked
Girl,
at it.
right? Valentine Girl night?
Yes, Valentine Girl.
Yes. I wore my like that like older type dress with like all the light up.
Oh
hearts.
yes, it was like a pinup style dress.
Yeah.
Cute.
It was cute. I was wearing a a LuLaRoe dress. It was comfortable.
You didn't know. You didn't know. It's okay.
No, I didn't know. I didn't sell it, but I bought it. I bought it on Poshmark, I think.
Mhm.
And it was comfortable, and it was like one of the fancy ones. I forget what they call them. It was like sparkly a little bit.
Oh, I don't remember that. I'll have
It
to
was
go
a
back
little
and look it up.
sparkly, and it had a little pocket.
Oh,
They all had pockets, didn't they?
they did.
That particular style, I think they all had those pockets, and it was very comfortable.
Mm,
And I'm all about comfort.
same.
But they were really flowy, so like the wind hits you right. I could see
Oh,
it.
it's gone.
flipping
It's
over.
gone.
Goodbye.
It's just up there. I really needed to put some like weights, like had some weights like sewn into the bottom of the dress.
Like a shower curtain.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly
Yes,
like a shower
yes,
curtain. I can't even
exactly.
tell you how many dresses I have now that I'll wear to work. Like they're like casual dresses, but they're work appropriate. And on a windy day, when I walk out of the back door of my office, I have to be careful. And I walk right out, and it's a busy road
It is a busy road.
with like traffic backed up at the light.
Mhm.
So you got to be careful. So I can't tell you how many times I've thought I really need to take these dresses in and have weights sewn into them.
You might
just,
have like a
pin.
brand new business plan.
Yeah.
If I could sew.
I cannot.
Man, oh man, nothing would stop me. But I can't
That's
sew.
amazing.
I can't sew and I don't want to learn. Like, let's just be honest. I'll pay somebody to do it.
Right.
My
So
husband pointed out to me the other day that I have a sewing machine in my basement that has moved 3 houses with us. And he's like, I don't think I've ever seen you use it. You probably haven't.
yeah,
That is because I haven't.
I wanted one for a hot minute, and then I was like, well, I probably only use it for the cruise, and that's it. And I probably wouldn't even use it for that, to be honest with you. Anything I need sewn, I probably just super glue or something. Like,
I've been using a ton of Gorilla Glue.
oh, hey, yes.
Like just Gorilla Glue the crap out of everything.
Yep.
And it'll be fine.
So I was raised on, I wasn't raised on it. My mom always used, I forget if it's called witch stitchery or stitch witchery.
It's either, I think it's Stitch Witchery. Stitch
But
Witchery.
that is amazing stuff.
It does
That's
work.
just like a hem tape, right? Like
Yes.
you
And you
iron
like
it on.
iron it. I
Uh-huh.
used to
Keeps
use
things
that.
together, though. What did I use that for, Brooke?
I used
for
to
the
use it for my
cruise.
work pants.
I used it for
cruise?
something for the cruise. Yeah, for last cruise, because remember I went and bought it.
I don't remember.
Oh, I can't remember now. But yeah, I used it for something. I just can't remember.
It's some good stuff.
hmm
Now I'm thinking I might use that.
You just
I
had
don't
like
know.
an orb or a piece of dust just went.
Ooh, that's probably dust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
probably.
ghost.
Maybe.
Halloween.
It's,
It's October.
it is spooky season. Brooke, we never asked for any scary stories this year.
No, I think we have one left over from last year.
So we'll just have to read it in an episode. So.
Right. Happy Halloween.
We
Here's the one
usually
story.
we used to do these like big,
Like the whole month of October.
right, and tell stories the entire month, like true ghost stories, true horror stories, true crime stories.
Fun.
But things got busy this year, like you were saying, like it's just a completely different year. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
did we do this before? Like I don't understand. I'm working less, but I feel like I don't have any time. So I don't
I
know.
mean, do we feel like
Agree.
everything is like everything moves faster? Everything is more urgent.
Mhm.
I mean, that's how I feel like it is at work.
Yeah.
Everything is more urgent. Everybody needs something right now.
Yes.
I feel like it's almost a intention thing. Like we all have so much more intention about everything we're doing, so everything feels more dramatic. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I have
That's
to get this
true.
done. I've
True.
got to do it because I have the time to do it now. Where
Mhm.
before it was kind of like, I can't get to that because I have to do all these others. I don't know. It just, for me personally, with my work, it just feels like everyone has this extra set of urgency, like you said, and needs things done at a faster pace than what we were normal, like used to, but we were still as productive, in my opinion,
Mhm.
when things slow down. Like my production for my work is self-motivated, and I've had the best 3 years of my life.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
I'm
good.
also so busy. It's like, oh my God, what is happening?
Right. And it just, as they get older, as the kids get older too, it just gets
Mhm.
busier and busier and busier. And I just look at it like this, my daughter's a junior, my son's a freshman. We're almost getting into the last of, so I'm just like everything. I try not to complain, but sometimes, some days it's just like, I need to go take a nap, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have found though, I value my friendship time so much better.
I totally agree with that, because I feel like we were away from that so much that like now it's like
Mhm.
I am very extroverted. Like I don't like doing stuff. I don't. But I have been, because we didn't for so long, and now I'm like, somebody asked me to go out to dinner. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. And that was not me. Ask Brooke. That was not
No,
me.
that was not you.
No.
I think you
had
meant
to,
you're
like, pull
introverted.
teeth. Oh, did I say extroverted? I
You
totally meant
did.
intro. No, I am not.
And I was like
extroverted.
thinking to myself when you said it, I was like, no, you're not.
Absolutely not. I'm like an introverted extrovert kind of.
You
'Cause
used to be a major extrovert.
I did.
We
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know what
friends if
happened.
you were not an extrovert.
No, I loved friends. I loved making friends.
You still do.
I still do.
Yeah.
Do. Hence, probably why we got the friend thing for New Kids on the Block, the cruise thing that came up today.
Oh,
Our
probably.
videos. Yeah.
Those were so good, by the way. I was going to say that when we started.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
seeing
Thanks.
I just love seeing like everyone who I know from social media or in person. I have obviously friends who've been part of it too, but I'm just like, oh, it's my friends up there. Like it's I get so excited.
It was so fun. It was so fun. We did it like 3 times, didn't we?
We did. We did.
And there we have it.
There we have
Mhm.
it. So,
Ta-da.
ta-da. So, we came into not contact, but we started following you on TikTok and didn't
Cool.
make the
Thank you.
connection that you and it's Alana, right? Alana?
Elena, yep.
Elena. Okay, I'm going to say that right. You and Elena, we did not make the connection that you were sisters, let alone twins. Like, didn't make the connection.
Once you know it, it's obvious, but if
Yeah,
you don't know there's
very.
two of us, it's kind of like, what the heck?
But you have an awesome TikTok. You talk a lot about new kids. You talk a lot about all kinds of different things, and we love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been fun, but again, because I have a almost 15-year-old son, it makes it more fun that he's so embarrassed by it.
Just wait till his friends, like my daughter's friends, I came up on their like For You page, and they're like, "Bryn, is this your mom?"
I love that.
I love that too.
My son's friend started an Instagram account. That's the Tony Bartholomew fan club. If you'd like to go join, you may join.
Oh,
It's on
cool.
Instagram, and they just take pictures of him when he's not looking, and then post them
That's
on
freaking
his
awesome.
Instagram page.
That's hilarious.
I'm totally going to follow that. Oh my, yeah. So
I wonder what's going on.
So you have a podcast, or do you still do the podcast?
I'll say we're in like a hiatus
Okay.
area. We were lucky enough that when we were doing our podcast, we had a studio that was not ours. It was a local sports podcaster and MMA gym. And
Oh.
so Bruce Hoyer, who's an amazing human being, he would just let us come in on Tuesdays and we'd invite guests and we just do our whole thing. And he had the whole setup. So when he kind of stopped doing that with the pandemic and, little other things, kind of refocusing his business in different ways, we were kind of forced to start doing it on Zoom and kind of figuring it out that way and everything. And then kind of both of our lives got very busy in very different directions.
Yes.
And so we're not, but we've had so many people who have been asking us about it lately, like people locally, because it was a pop culture and local business or local events podcast.
Yeah.
So we started having a lot of people recently asking us if we're still doing it. So we're in the works to kind of retool.
Okay.
See what we can do.
You totally need to, because
That's
you guys
so
are
cool.
great. And yes, I can see why people want you back.
It's just a lot of fun connecting with like local people, but also we were kind of talking about just conversations and whatever. We never had a plan. It was always just, here are the 7 topics we want to touch. I didn't know what she was going to say. She didn't know what I was going to say. And we just log on and start. And sometimes we'd argue and sometimes we'd agree. And it just makes it fun.
It does. That's kind of like our whole thing. Like, we don't like it too scripted. And like a lot of our guests, we, like when we had like Chris Kirkpatrick and Joey McIntyre and Donnie, we had like these are the topics.
I have pictures of Chris Kirkpatrick in my
Chris Kirkpatrick.
I love him. Love him.
Is he your favorite?
He was my favorite member of NSYNC, yes.
Oh, he was
I love
fun.
that.
He was
I love
fun.
that so much. Joey would be like,
yes.
Joey Fatone would be like, really? He's your favorite?
Yes, he would.
Because the conversation I had with him, I love that. I love that Chris is your favorite. He couldn't believe that Chris was my third.
I did a little, speaking of TikTok, did a series that I need to finish because I started it and it got overwhelming. But the whole series was about your boy band
so good.
Your boy band boyfriend.
Yes.
And I did one on Chris, but I should have said in that one, like, if Chris was your favorite, it was probably because you wanted to be.
Oh crap! It stopped. It was like right when we were like.
I know. I'm hanging on the edge.
And you were like ready to tell us, but
I was saying that I think if Chris was your favorite, it was literally because you either felt at that age that you weren't as desirable, so you wanted to like get the guy you thought you could possibly get. That's so rude to say, but also he seems like such a sweetheart and like a really genuine, kind person. So maybe that was part of it, was like, I don't know if I'm good enough for the Justins, but like I think Chris would really appreciate me.
That's seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he was my favorite. Even after he cut off the little bead things from his hair.
But when he cut them off, I was like, Chris.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how that works.
I like those.
I think he may have moved up. I think he may have moved up from like the 4th position to the 3rd.
Actually, he didn't have frosted tips, but he had like highlights.
It was just a different
like
a different
caramel
look.
Highlights.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I definitely liked it more than Justin.
Yeah.
And I also liked it more than Lance.
Wait, what?
I also liked it more than Lance because Lance is my number 4.
What?
Because Lance was yours. Well, it's because Lance was yours. Because he was yours.
He can be number 4.
Well, what am I going to do when JC's my number 1 and Joey's my number 2, and then Chris moves from 4 to 3 when he cuts off the things? Then what do I do? Justin's 5. Always and forever.
I need to hear. Have you done Lance yet? Have you done If You Were a Lance Girl?
I haven't.
Because I need to know.
Well, I could do it maybe off the cuff right now, but I will also. I have to do it. My issue was that it was also my twin sisters. Lance was her absolute. Like, if she ever had the chance to meet Lance Bass, she'll lose her ever love and S. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
But no, I put Lance in the same boat as. God, is it Trevor from O-Town? Anyway, I think that if Lance was your number 1, you definitely liked a mysterious guy who also felt safe. So like not the bad boy, you know what I mean? Like not the guy who's like gonna maybe break your heart. You knew you'd probably break his heart, but also you like the chase a little. Like he seems hard to get, but in a relatable way.
Yeah, and we know now that. Yeah.
He was very hard to get.
He was very hard to get.
I mean, at least for the female species.
I'm going to say that's spot on. That's spot on.
Well, thank you. So. I will say, though, out of all of those guys, by far, Lance aged like a fine glass of wine. Like, he looks good.
He looks fantastic.
He looks so good. My heart still...
I want to see him in more stuff.
Like gets a little, I'm just like, Lance. I will always have a special place in my heart for Lance. Always. Hence my screen names that I still have. Lance Bassass and me for Lance B. Thank you.
That's really good. I love that.
And he actually emailed me back so do you remember that there was this big thing on AOL that he was I am Pufu? Do you remember that?
Yes.
He confirmed for us on Twitter that was him, that he actually emailed me back because I emailed him and I was like, you're my favorite, and I was older. Like I was old.
Yeah. I mean, you maybe you sent him some fanfics. I don't know.
Like, no, I didn't. No, I was 19, right? 19.
Yeah. Oh, we were like 19, 20.
Older, but I was still like, I just think you're so cool. Like maybe we can play basketball sometime together. Like
if you ever come to Bangor, Maine.
And he wrote, like, hey,
it was like a one word yo, it was hey. Really like a one word little response, but he definitely did, and it was definitely I am Pufu.
I was like, I cannot believe that he
now responded. You know it was him.
I know, it's so crazy. So I'll always love you, Lance.
I love that.
Oh, so how many cruises have you been on?
You guys were on the same cruise that I was on. That was our very first cruise. Okay. It was, the kids were a little older. I didn't feel like I was leaving. I had my own kind of job going on where I didn't feel like I could not leave work. So that was our first, and it was, I'm sure you can agree with this. That was our first, that was the dream. It was like the one and only. Yes. We were going on that. It was our last kiss. And now it's like, that's it. No, take all my money.
It's
Brooke
like
was-
Barstools.
Yeah, Brooke was, as everybody knows, Brooke was a hard no in the beginning. And I actually like moved the podcast in different directions to like convince her. Like I brought on guests like to talk about the cruise to like get her. And
I
then
was
she
a
like,
hard
all in.
pass on the
She
cruise.
was like all
hard
in.
pass.
And then afterwards she's like, yeah, we're doing this again. Yeah, we are. We're doing this again.
I think what did it for us though was it was like we went on, and this is, talking about like the cruise itself, the magic of this cruise.
Mhm.
We went on, we didn't know a lot of people yet. Like we had been in like some of the fan groups and stuff, but not like hardcore. And when I say we, my sister Lena and my sister Sam, who's
Mhm.
6 years younger than us, and totally a New Kids fan because we made her.
That's
Now,
amazing.
not anymore, but when she was, 4 years old, we were like, you're listening to this music with us, and you're going to listen to us lip sync it, and you're going to sit there in your little chair and watch.
That's
And you're going to like it.
Yeah. And now she's as, big of a fan as we are. But the very first night, we go in, no expectations. And if anyone's listening to this, like, don't expect this to happen, please, because it's so freaking freaky. We went outside and we're calling my dad. We were trying to FaceTime my dad. And all of a sudden, we hear the door creak behind us. And Donnie Wahlberg walks out with his entourage or his guys to go do the announcement, the sail away announcement. And we hung up with my dad. We were like, bye, Dad, we gotta go. Boom, got off. He's gone. And weren't even planning on saying anything to Donnie as he walked past. We were just in awe that we'd never been that close to him before. We were like, he's right there. So I very loudly, because I was, had a few little cocktails before that. I said, let's take a picture with his ass behind us. And he heard me and whipped around and goes, would you guys like a selfie? And so we have this amazing selfie with his shirt off. It's him in just his pants.
Oh yeah.
My hand was on his lower back, right,
gosh.
shirtless. I'll send you that picture. That is what you can post because that is like the most amazing picture. And then I screamed our room number at it.
What do you do though? What do you do? What do you do?
Right. I mean,
thank you so much. We're in room 27, whatever. My sisters wanted to kill me.
No, that's amazing.
Oh gosh, no! Like, come knock on our door anytime.
And like for that to happen right then on day one, that's pretty crazy. Like you were like, I think from what the hell is this?
5 hours into that cruise, we were like, we're back. When's the next one?
Right.
When are we coming back?
Right.
We're doing this every time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
go sell your crap.
What'd you say?
I said, go sell your crap. You've got to save up. We're going on this again.
So 2018 was your first cruise. What were some like takeaways from that cruise that besides the Donnie selfie, because that's amazing, but did you were you up on stage, like anything like that?
No, I think it was a really good experience for the first time because we had no expectations and we didn't really think we didn't know getting up on stage was a cool thing or whatever. And honestly, I'll say it here and I'll repeat it again. And if anyone sees it and is like, well, then you're not getting up there. I don't want to go up there. I don't want to be up on stage. It seems like a hassle. I can't get to my drinks. My girls are all right here. Like, I would rather stay on the floor and watch you all up there having a great time. It's not my thing, but it's cool that it can be for other people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I get
what you're saying.
Yeah. There's just a lot of things I think that happened that's why we wanted to start our little YouTube video series was like, there are things that we had no idea about that are very easily explainable, but going into it, we didn't know what to expect. We'd never seen Rock This Boat, which watch it or don't watch it, whatever. We had never watched YouTube videos of it. We just knew this cruise was happening. We wanted to be there and we went.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of a fun way to go into it because you don't have an expectation or a letdown when things don't happen that you think you want to happen.
Right.
We just enjoyed the whole thing.
Right. I think that I love Rock This Boat. I'm just gonna be honest, I loved it.
It's fun. I've watched it now, and I think it's super fun knowing what being there is like, and then seeing the show. It's the experience of life versus what makes a good TV show.
Right. And so that's why I think everybody says so many times, go in with no expectations. And
I
people
agree.
are like, well, what does that mean? That means go in with no expectation that you will get a selfie, with no expectation that, you know, even, I don't even know, like that you're even going to get close to them or see them, or, you know, you just have to go in and be like, okay, I'm okay if anything happens. I'm okay with that.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think we had any expectations. I mean,
I
sometimes I wonder,
can
but
honestly tell you, I had zero expectations, absolutely none, and I had a blast.
yes, yes,
And I had zero expectations, and I have zero expectations for this one.
same.
Absolutely none. I'm going in. I know what it's about, and I hear you on the whole stage thing, because I don't know that the stage is for me. I would go up.
I'm going to tell
but
you, I go up on stage. That I'm just saying.
Nikki would be on
I'm not
stage
saying I won't.
for no, I would go up, but I don't think I couldn't be up there for like hours.
Oh, put me up there. If I can get closer to Joey Mack, get me
some
up there.
people are up there for hours, and I'm like, your feet, like my feet, I'd have to pee. I'd want to drink. So like, but
It's like
so
we're
I
all
totally
there
feel
for
that.
them.
Right.
Yeah. Like we're
Right.
there for them. We're there to get as close as we can
Right.
to have this experience. But I also feel like I'm also there, and that literally we had met a few girls from our town before we went who are now our absolute best friends. Like we
Oh,
spend
that's cool.
That's
a
so
happy
cool.
hour every month together. Like it's just the coolest thing. So we knew they were there, but we didn't know anyone else really by, you know, having a conversation with anyone other than Facebook or whatever.
Right.
So getting up on the stage was taking us away from the people we just met. So I think that to me was what it was. It was like, it'd be so cool. And believe me, I had fails where like I was get a selfie. I'm going to focus on it, getting a selfie. And then it just it was bad. It was not good. Not by any of the guys' situations. It was more a lot of people pushing, trying to get it, whatever. And I was just like, no, this is just not for me. Not for me. So,
Right.
I think it's fun to have like things you'd love to have happen, but also like totally acceptable to just be like, hey, I'm on vacation.
Mhm.
The new kids are on this boat with me. Like, that's crazy. I could just see them anywhere.
Right.
Even, you know, whether you do or you don't. It's like
it's the anticipation. Like,
it's like the
is it
Loch
gonna
Ness
happen?
monster.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what I love about it. Like I
You
love
never
being
know.
on vacation with my
Uh-huh.
friends,
Mhm.
and they're there, and like the guys are there, and we get to, you know, see a couple shows in the theater, and we get to see them out on the Lido deck in costumes, and like that's so fun.
So
And
fun.
anything else that happens is like extra, total added bonus. I am excited to be there with like girlfriends and all that comes with that. Like that's fun.
Well, plus think about this, like you met a bunch of people 4 years ago. And that was the joy of the concerts over the summer, was seeing people I haven't seen in years
Yeah.
and hugging them. And the whole thing was amazing.
Totally.
But like we've grown some intense friendships from people we met over a 4-day week 4 years ago.
Yes.
Like, that's just cool.
Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. And I just can't wait to see everybody again. I know there'll be some people that we're gonna miss that aren't going on the cruise, but they'll be there in spirit. They sure will.
Well, like I went to Dallas, Texas for work 3 years ago and had a whole day with someone I met on the cruise.
Really?
We didn't know each other before that. And she took me to, you know, really good barbecue place. And we went to, what's the woodchuck? Not woodchuck. What is it? Buc-ee's. She took me to Buc-ee's.
Oh, the gas station?
Megan watches or listens to this. So yeah, Megan, thank you for a great Dallas, Texas experience. But yeah, she took me to, and I got my kids' shirts. It was just like, I met her because we bumped into each other on the cruise. And I think we were next to each other one night and we're just like, oh, hi, you're cool. I love your outfit. I love your outfit. Like, and now we're good friends. So it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love that. I love that so much though, because it's just, you know, you find it's just like our videos. You just strike up a conversation with the person standing next to you. And you can make a lifelong friend.
You got to talk to people, right? You got to put yourself out there. And I understand. I
Yes.
get it. I get it. It's hard. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Sometimes you say
think
things and you're like, why did I say that? But just do it.
The thing that makes it easier on this cruise though is the theme nights, because then it's so much more natural to like compliment someone's eye makeup or compliment their
Mhm.
outfit or how creative they are. And that starts the conversation versus like just meeting a random person at a concert, like who's next to you. Again, we've all probably created friendships from someone we got sat next to at a bar stool or got sat next to at a VIP or got put into a group with at a VIP, and they become good, like such good friends, which is the amazing thing about this fandom, whatever. But it makes it easier when there's like something easy to say to like
Yes.
start a conversation.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's a good point. Like commenting on people's outfits. Because it's like that's easy because people are going to be dressed up. So it won't be weird for you to be like, oh, I like your sandals. Yeah. Like and even that would be fine, I think.
I say I have a question for you guys though.
Would you say?
I have a question for you guys though.
Oh, sure.
So are you telling people what your costumes are, or is it a secret?
We haven't said anything about our costumes. I don't know if it's necessarily a secret, but
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret, but we haven't told anybody other
Yeah.
than like our close friends who like might be doing costumes with us.
right.
Sure. Okay. We're kind of the same. We have our little Sioux Falls group knows what we're
Mhm.
doing, and we like did a little kind of outfit reveal last Tuesday. I had everyone over to my house and we brought over little pieces of our outfits or whatever. But like when anyone asks me, I'm like, find me on the boat. You can see my outfit there.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see because I feel like yours are going to be like elaborate. Like I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. I have every night I've been in my living room and I've got needles and thread and sparkles
Oh my
and
gosh.
glue and scissors, and I did two of at one piece and then one full costume for my little sister Sam, who is she's not being Wonder Woman, but like she looks like literal Wonder Woman. Like that's physically how she looks. I have my 4 outfits, which I'll give a spoiler. I showed my husband, who's not impressed by anything that I do because he thinks I'm ridiculous. And he was like, you know, people pay like $1,000 for that, right? And I was like, you like it?
Oh, that's so cool.
Did I impress you? So
That's so nice.
I put a lot of effort into my outfits, but it's because I mean, that's, a lot of my beginning TikToks were me in my Spider-Man costume.
Love it.
Like, I just love dressing up.
I love it. I love it. If you were closer, I'd be dressing right up with you. I like always wanted to go to Comic-Con and dress up and like just be crazy.
Yeah.
But like they never come close to here, really. I mean Boston, but you know what I mean? Like I mean, I don't know anybody else who would go with me. So
That is the dream.
I
San
think it's
Diego
so
Comic-Con is like my dream vacation. I would love to do that with my kids and like totally dress up.
fun. It just seems like so much fun. Like we had a Bangor Comic-Con. That's where Joey Fatone was when he was on our podcast.
Right.
And people had some amazing outfits on. Brooke and I felt like left out because we weren't dressed up. So
Right. And here's the thing. Like, if I'm going to be totally honest, most of them, I didn't know what they were, but they were elaborate and I could appreciate that.
yes.
But I didn't know what they were because I'm just like I wasn't tuned into whatever that was.
Right.
But I was tuned into Joy Fatone.
Yeah, I was totally tuned into him.
Like,
I was like
100%.
laser focus. Yeah. Joey Fatone.
I have a weird story about him.
I want to hear
It doesn't involve me, but it's fun. When I was probably 24, I think I was pregnant with my first son. I got a text message from my best friend from college, who at the time was living in Orlando, because her boyfriend was going to animation school there to be like a animator. And she texted me and was like, "You'll never guess who just drove me home." And I said, "What do you mean drove you home?" She goes, "I went to a party and Joey Fatone just drove me home." And I was like, "You didn't call me, you jerk?"
Oh my God.
I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, I, had some drinks. He wasn't drinking. And so he offered to drive me home. He was a wonderful human being, brought her home. He texted her the next morning and just made sure she was doing okay."
He
This is
is a
sweetheart.
gem.
she just had nothing but good things to say about him. But like, he was such a gentleman. He just wanted to make sure she was okay. And I was just like, oh, Joey Fatone for the win. Like,
What a guy.
He really
Ugh.
is,
he's
though.
tearing up my heart.
He really is, though. He's such a good guy. Like, he was everything and more than we could have ever hoped for.
100%.
And when he was like, "Oh, you guys want to go downstairs and have a drink?" I was like, "Excuse me, excuse me."
100%. I
What?
do.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you all about my favorite NSYNC members in order. And I don't care. I have no shame. I'm going to drink this coffee brandy,
Yep.
which
Yep.
he did not like.
He did not like it. No, he did not. He did not like the champagne of Maine. He did not. No.
Nope. But that's okay. He tried it. And that's all we can ever ask.
Alan's coffee brandy, just if you guys ever want to know, that is the champagne of Maine. Try it if you must.
And it's not bad
It's
with
not
milk.
bad. It's pretty
With
good.
milk over ice. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
It's not bad.
Fat ass in a glass. That's what they call it.
Badass in a glass. Yes.
We last cruise had a drink named after us that we called oh god, what did we call it? Oh, just Minnesota. So we had some girls from Canada who met us, and they thought it was funny that we kept drinking what do you call it? Energy drink.
Red Bull?
Red Bull? Monster?
Sugar-free Red Bull and vodka.
Hey, that sounds good. That's a good combination. Yeah, I froze. Sorry. Can you repeat that story?
So we the first or second day we were there, we had vodka or sugar-free Red Bull vodka, and some girls from Canada met us, and they were three sisters too. And we had said we were originally from Minnesota, but they just took it that we were from Minnesota. For the next 3 days, every time they'd see us, they'd just scream Minnesota, and then we'd all go get a sugar-free vodka and Red Bull,
That's
or
so
sugar-free
cool.
Red Bull and vodka.
That's really
That's
cool.
so funny.
I like that combo. It's
My
pretty good.
sister-in-law likes that combo. That's her drink of choice always.
I think I put that in my do's and don'ts of the cruise list was get a boozy coffee.
Oh yes, that was really okay. Let's go over your do's and don'ts real quick.
Okay.
Because they were really good.
Well, I think we've talked about one pretty heavily, which is don't have expectations. Like, just
Right.
go with the flow and
100%.
focus on just fun things will happen if you're just open to them rather than like closing off and trying to like force them.
Mm-hmm.
The boozy coffee. So this is my strong recommendation. You go to the pool in the morning, whatever, have some lunch. Before you're ready for that afternoon nap, go get a boozy coffee, super hot. Put it on the counter. Take a nap. You wake up, it's perfectly tempered. Temperature's perfect. It's got a little booze in it. You drink it while you take your shower. Get ready for dinner. Get ready for the, concert, whatever. It's just the perfect little like startup for the rest of the night.
That's amazing.
That's a
I am
great
totally
idea.
doing that.
Actually, that really is.
Yes.
I think everyone should. It saved our lives for 4 days.
Yeah, we do. We definitely need that bottle of vodka, Brooke, in our room.
Yeah.
It's not, it's an expensive bottle of vodka, but it's also if you use a little of it, it's worth it.
Yeah, we didn't use all of ours last time.
No, we
all.
didn't.
But we didn't have like receptacles. Is that the right word? Like we didn't have anything to put it in. And so this time I bought a water bottle carrier. So it's like a crossbody.
Yes.
And I can have my water bottle there, and I can have my booze in there and whatever concoction I put in there. Actually, I'm thinking about using those circle water things. Hey.
Ooh, yeah.
So I have
Hydration is
get some vodka in
Gotta
there.
hydrate.
And, yeah.
Right. She's talking about putting the vodka in her circle and then drinking it out of the circle
Yes.
okay. Well,
with the flavor, with a little flavor
is there
thing.
ice?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
There you go. That's water.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, it's not going to be totally vodka. Jackie, when I told her this idea, she was like, whoa. I don't think you should put all vodka in there. And I said, no. It's going to be like water and vodka, but
Could you put like Sprite in there?
you could. I think that would be amazing.
I don't think I know what a circle is.
So It's this
It's like a
it was,
water
It was a
bottle.
TikTok thing. It's like this, it's a water bottle, and you buy these little inserts that screw in on the top. They have them at Walmart now. And you screw them in at the top, and that's all, like, it's a cartridge and it's full of flavor. And then
Oh, I have seen those. Okay, I've seen those on
Yes.
TikTok.
So the first time I saw it was people actually doing it with vodka. And I was like, that's a game changer right there. Hey. But I mean, I don't drink like hardly at all, like in my normal everyday. When I go on that New Kids on the Block cruise, I let my hair down, I have some drinks. So I have my water bottle carrier. We are all ready to go. It has a dinosaur on it because it's for kids. And so
I do love the dinosaurs.
For that 4 days on the boat, you are a kid.
yep. I'm gonna be like,
We're all teenagers again.
got my stuff. Here we go. Okay, so what was the next one?
Okay, so compliment people,
Yes.
which we already talked about. Making someone smile is the best thing you can do. Speaking of costumes, I have frequently, if I have a costume on, sometimes gone to the grocery store just to see like who I can make eye contact with and who will smile at me. Just because I'm like, I just want to, let's make someone's day.
That's so
it's
cool.
fun. So
That
you'll
is
all be in
fun.
outfits. So like
Right.
everyone's in an outfit. Make eye contact with other people.
Be like, hey, oh, that's cool.
Don't be rude was another big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we the first, and maybe you guys felt the same way, but our first cruise, we were really worried about people, especially because it was the 10th cruise, being like, oh, you didn't deserve to be here, or you didn't earn it. Other people weren't able to make it because you're here. Like, we were so afraid of the perception,
Yes.
and it was 100% not the case. Like, everyone there is so happy. Everyone else is there too. We had one bad experience, and that person just apparently, felt like being the cloud over everyone's head at that moment. But in 4.5 days, so many amazing, sweet, nice people. But you've been drinking, it's hot, you're on the dance floor, someone bumps into you. Your first reaction might, while we're in this situation, be kind to each other and understanding, and know that, if we all took a second to just be kind,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
you'll have so much more fun.
That's such a great tip because it's so true.
Yep.
And you don't know,
Yep.
that person who bumped into you might be your new best friend.
That's true. That is true.
They stepped on your foot, and then you notice they're dressed like a squirrel, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
I love squirrels.
You're dressed like a squirrel.
I
love
mentioned that
that.
because one girl, I bumped into someone who's, again, a friend now on the cruise in 18, who had you guys might even know her. She had a beaver on her hat. She was a Canadian beaver.
Oh my God.
I was just
I
like,
love that.
Is that a beaver on your head? And she's like, yes, it was. And so, it started a whole conversation where, I don't remember if I bumped into her or she bumped into me, or if, whatever it was, but still someone, Grace, if you're listening, which she probably is. Yeah. Just amazing. And then the big one I haven't heard anyone say on any of, well, maybe like on the Facebook groups, whatever, but you have to have your phone in selfie mode all the time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Always.
Like, because if
Very, very
and this
good.
is
Very good point.
my big fail, Danny is my number one, draw harder on his name. That's my guy. He got off the stage and there was a line of people and there was room for me to pop in and hold up my phone and take a picture. I didn't have it in selfie mode. So he went to the next person because they were ready. I was not. And that person probably has a picture of me doing, like, slowly lowering myself with a cry, like a fake cry face. But behind them, I was like,
Oh.
no, I just missed him. Hopefully I've made up for it since then. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
went back to our room and I have a picture of me in our bathroom, in our room, being like, I had my chance and I missed it. So just, yeah, get one of those pop sockets, have it in selfie mode. If it's in your purse, in your pocket, whatever, just have it. So as soon as you turn that phone on, it's ready for the selfie. If that's what you're looking for, is selfies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
very,
great
very good
point.
tip.
If
Mhm.
not, you're taking a picture of the sky.
Right. That sucks.
I'm sure there are people who've done that too.
Oh, I'm sure. Or it's like a big blur. Like it's like a
Right. Right.
I was
one of
so
those-
scared.
I had one of those from DC where I thought I was taking a picture of Donnie and my phone was not pointed in the right direction. And all you see is his arm.
It's like 16 candles.
Yes.
Great reference.
Oh shit.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I think that was basically it. I mean, I one that I didn't talk about was like excursions. Like it's, I think do what you want to do. If your goal is to be on the beach waiting for them to see what happens, do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
also there's a lot of fun things to do. And if you're not someone who's going to be happy sitting around, if they don't show up when you want them to, just go rent a kayak,
Right.
go shopping, like do something that makes you should be having.
You do you. If that is what is going to make you happy, is to wait and just to get like the perfect vantage point or the perfect selfie or whatever it is, and if that's what you want to do, great, you do that. But I'm not that person,
No.
so I
Like
remember
when Donnie had the line.
yes,
on
I remember the
Half Moon Cay.
long line.
We were
on
just
the
in the
beach.
water, just hanging out because we were just like, if we see him on the boat and maybe we get one cool. If not, oh well, there's always next time.
Right.
So
And sometimes I'm missing those experiences. You don't know what other experience might happen for you.
right.
Yep.
Because we were kind of the same. I mean, I did get in the selfie line, but I was trying to get in Danny's selfie line, but then he ended his line before so I jumped into Donnie's line and got a picture with Donnie. But we were just playing in the water. We didn't follow them into the ship. We weren't trying to like see what they were up to or if something special was going on because we didn't really think anything, was planned. So we played Frisbee out in the water for hours.
That's awesome.
And we played a game, which I assume we'll play this time again, which is just go have fun. Where if you ended someone's sentence with a song that matched their last word, we just scream points out. So like, I don't know what a good one would be. Stop tearing into your food. And then someone would be like, you're tearing up my heart. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
If you could
That's
turn what they
fun.
said into a song, me and my sisters made it like a game. So then we started making other games. And so one of the games we made was just like, you go tell someone this is worth so many points. And if they do it, we all cheer. So my sister Sam, the guys are getting on the boat, right, to leave the island. And Sam walks up to Joey McIntyre with the Frisbee, which I still have. And oh no, I don't have it because she gave it to him. We have a different Frisbee that's the same. We found it on the beach. And she hands it to Joe and she goes, Joe, this is worth 10 points. You have to take it. And he was like, what? And she's like, take the Frisbee, Joe. So he took it and lifted it up in the air. And for whatever reason, even though the whole crowd didn't know what was going on, maybe you guys remember this, we all started screaming. He was holding this Frisbee in the air.
That's awesome.
And he had no idea, but she was just like, it's worth 10 points.
Oh
So
my
just
God,
have
that's
fun.
awesome.
That's so fun.
It was a great memory with Joey McIntyre that happened because we were just like, whatever.
Right. It's kind of random.
Yeah, just have fun and fun will be had around you.
That's right. When we were in the water, some guy approached us and a couple girls, and they gave us all these really cool sunglasses that had a visor.
Yes, I have those in my closet right now.
It was so cool.
That like flipped, they were like down and then they flipped up to a
Yes.
visor.
Yes. Yes.
That's so much fun.
He was just like, here, you guys want some glasses? And we're like, yes. And we have a picture of us
Sure.
all wearing them. It's so cool.
That's why you go on this cruise. You go for the unexpected silliness.
Right. And also the guys in front of us for Sail Away gave us those beers. You remember? They
Oh, that's
got, like,
right.
buckets and buckets of beers. They just kept coming. And you guys know those are expensive. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they just
That's
kept getting them.
right.
And they're like, we were so thirsty. We were so thirsty.
It was
because-
hot.
Yeah, we didn't come prepared. That's one thing, guys. Hydrate before Sail Away because it's still going to be sunny and the sun's going to be blaring down on you.
Yep.
Drink some water before you go on Sail Away, before you do the whole like Sail Away experience. We did not, or I did not, and I was so thirsty. And that guy's like, "Hey, want some beer?" And I was like, "Absolutely." I just downed it because I was so thirsty. But
I don't remember the circumstance, but you're right. They had a ton of beer because they had to buy it by like the bucket,
right,
but they didn't realize it. So they ordered like
4 buckets.
3 beers. They thought it was like 3 or like 2 beers or 3. They thought they were just getting 6 and they came out with buckets. So they had all this beer and there was like 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2 couples.
Yep.
And so they were like, you want a beer? Sure.
They were so nice. And
Yes.
you'll find people like that, which is really cool. Really
Uh-huh.
cool.
And they now have that memory of getting a lot of people excited because they had cold beer for them.
Right.
Like that's what it's about.
And if you're listening, you were awesome. You're so cool. I hope I see you on this cruise. I will buy you a beer this time. Well, Ashley, this has been so much fun. We're so glad we were able to get you on, and we have so much to talk. So after the cruise happens, we'll have to have you come back on so we can talk about
I'm
all the
in.
experiences of this cruise compared to the last cruise. So
Amazing.
I'm going into this one with the same thing as last time. Like, I don't know any of the plans. I don't know the circumstances. Like, I don't care if they come out with the itinerary beforehand. I've got my costumes and they're sweet as hell. I've got my sisters with me. I've got all my friends I get to see. Like, that's what it's about. So I'm excited to meet you guys in person.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yay.
So I get to we'll exchange room numbers and everything because you know how things go. If you're on the boat, make sure you have your room numbers of all the people you want to see because sometimes the internet does not work. So,
right.
Yes, I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll make it fine.
We'll make it work.
It'll be fine.
Last time we had no idea. So we were just like, huh? We couldn't get a hold of any of our friends. So
Right. I remember calling rooms from the phones, like in the lobbies.
Yep.
Yep, we did that too. We did that too, but I had to actually work on Half Moon Cay and it cost me a lot of money. So get the Wi-Fi packet.
No.
If you might need to use it for like 1 hour of work, I suggest maybe I should have put that in my do's and don'ts. Real quick before we're done, call your cell service provider and make sure they have you on an international plan while you're gone. Because if you have to use your phone for an emergency, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg.
That's so smart.
Very
But
true.
also then hopefully I
to
can
do
call
that.
my friends.
I think we're on like T-Mobile One, which I think
has
the international plan built into it, but I need to double check because I don't want to.
You guys are probably all set because we're all set because we have T-Mobile.
Okay. Cool.
Unlimited data and texts in the Caribbean and Mexico. So we should be good.
It's a great. You guys, T-Mobile should sponsor this.
Yes,
you should have a
T-Mobile.
sponsor.
I love T-Mobile.
Seriously,
I'm a huge fan of T-Mobile.
Love T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
I don't know why
What's up?
anybody goes elsewhere up here. Like, just
Truly.
get T-Mobile. Like, it's cheaper.
The service is great. It's cheaper. They have really pretty pink stores.
Mm-hmm.
And they can just copy this section of the podcast and use that as their commercial now.
That's right.
So it's
And
ready to
T-Mobile
roll.
Tuesdays.
Yes.
T-Mobile Tuesdays. I save on gas. Every week I save on my gas. And they always give free Whoppers.
Yes.
We don't even have that here. We don't have T-Mobile here.
Oh, man. If you ever get it, I'm telling you,
How
like
do
for
we
real.
have it and they don't?
I know.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
South Dakota. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh God. Well, thank you again.
Thank you so much,
Can't wait to have
Ashley.
you on again. And thanks guys for listening. And we'll be loving you forever
And ever.
Bye.
Bye.